I want to shift gears here to a news package that the crew has put together because I saw this report yesterday. Well, I saw it at prisonplanet.com. Paul Watson wrote it. It was up on the Drudge Report yesterday, red linked. AP labeled racist for accurately transcribing Obama's speech. And look, I don't care what your accent is. I don't care what color you are. As long as you're bona fide, as long as you're legitimate, as long as you're a real McCoy. I'm into people that are authentic. And every time Obama gets up in front of a black audience, if he gets up in front of a white audience, he talks like Urkel. Yes, good to be here with you today. And reads off a teleprompter. But as soon as he's in front of a black audience, he's like, it's good to be here with you tonight, you know, OGs. And that's basically what's happening. And you know, I've had this with friends before, where you go to a Mexican food restaurant, and the person brings you over your food, and they're like, that is good, I would like a taco now. The person just looks at you like, what the hell, man? That'd be like if I went to New York City and was like, hey, my name is Luigi, how you doing today? Or people that come down from New York and are like, how you doing there, boy? There's nothing more phony and poser and ridiculous. And I, for one, am tired of politicians talking down to us. So we've only compiled 3 examples. There are many others. But the worst is Hillary Clinton. When she goes to a foreign country, she'll adopt some weird accent that isn't even from the country. Or when she goes to talk in Kentucky, she'll get into a redneck accent that's beyond anything I've ever seen. Like, how you doing there, boy? This is an episode of Hee Haw. I mean, it is insane. I mean, I've got people here in my office from Venezuela. I don't walk up to them and say, would you like some coffee? Again, it is an example of how the system condescends to you. They just look at you, have a stereotype, and go after it. And we got Obama kind of doing a little bit of a black preacher voice that isn't his own. And we got Rick Perry. And this isn't even the best clip, but I've seen the full speech where when he's not just speaking Spanish, he's just talking. He literally is putting on this fake accent. So it is entertaining, but in the final equation, it's very, very upsetting because it shows these politicians think we want something fake. In my experience, people just want something real. And it's insulting to act like you're from somebody's area or part of somebody's religion or group if you're not. But it's all these CIA sociologists and anthropologists are admittedly the ones telling them how to act like this. And it's a major blind spot in the establishment. So let's go ahead and go to these clips.
I'm going to press on. I expect all of you to march with me and press on. Put on your marching shoes. Shake it off. Stop complaining. Stop grumbling. Stop crying. We are going to press on. We've got work to do.
Hit pause. We going to press on. I mean, can you imagine me as a white guy if I got in front of a black guy? It's like, I'm Alex Jones, good to be here with you. I'm rolling with the OG. I mean, that would be insulting. Obama, who normally speaks in kind of a colloquial, you know, Eastern elite white pedigree of voice, almost like an Atlantic accent, when he gets in front of black folks, he does that thing. And so AP actually transcribes it properly with him cutting off the G's in his manipulative speech, and then they're called racist. But later, like we covered last night, dressing up in an ice cream cone is now racist. Let's go back to the next clip.
See, God bless you.
Buenos dias, Los Angeles. ¿Qué tal? It is good to be in California with so many friends.
Hit pause again. Hold on, back it up. It is good to be like if I had and I do have, you know, great guys, an immigrant here legally from China working for me. It'd be like if I walked up to him and said, how are you doing? Would you like rice? Oh, you could do, oh, tang, 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 tang. I mean, this shows how incredibly manipulative they are. Whether it's Obama or Perry or Hillary, it isn't about racism. It's about manipulativeness and being inauthentic. I mean, who would even think, believe me, if you wanted to turn that black crowd on or a Hispanic crowd or a hillbilly crowd on, they'd like it if you just came in and talked to them straight, like you really are. That's actually cooler because it's sexy, it's different. But no, these politicians are such chameleons that they think acting like a clown I mean, I couldn't imagine being in that audience. In fact, there was a backlash against it, with Rick Perry from Texas getting up with some made-up Hispanic thing going, Los Angeles, good to be with you. My cousin Slobo Gonzalez will, Speedy will soon be here. I mean, it's funny in comedy. If it was the Three Amigos or something, but this isn't comedy. This is Rick Perry. Now let's get to the real winner of this contest, Hillary. There's a bunch of these clips. Whenever she's in the South, or especially Kentucky, it's like, yeehaw, I mean, you can't even understand it. You talk about condescending, here it is.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far.
I don't believe he brought me this far. Now we've got some other clips. What's the next clip you've got? Oh, yeah, we covered this yesterday, but again, the hysteria over racism. You kill 1 million Iraqis, that's liberal and cool. Or you put Al-Qaeda in Libya and they kill 30,000 black people, that's liberal and good. But they've got everybody so paranoid now, including white yuppies, that they were driving along and saw this Puerto Rican immigrant wearing an ice cream cone outfit with sprinkles on it and went into convulsions of fear that it was a Klansman on the side of the road. And it all just dovetails with this. And you've got the bake sale at UC Berkeley coming up, where it's true. If you're white, it basically averages out with the tuition, $2 per cookie. Asian, $1.50. Latino, $1. Black, 75 cents. Native American, 25 cents. Women get 25 cents off, period. And they're calling the young conservatives racist for illustrating this when they're illustrating it. But that's coming up. Let's just go ahead and go to this next clip.
Decided it'd be the perfect way to attract business. Instead of an ice cream cone mascot with sprinkles on top, many passerbyers thought they saw a KKK member, but it was no Klansman at all. Just a guy dressed as a vanilla ice cream waffle cone.
Just don't know how this has anything to do with that.
But it's...
We're going to go to the next piece. This is all about getting us... See, you never think about economic discrimination. General Electric was the only company given waivers from new greenhouse gas emissions. And they own a lot of the power plants in this country. All their competition has to pay new taxes and pass the bills on to you or be shut down. What about economic discrimination? What about the fact that major Fortune 100 companies are almost totally exempt from taxes, but you and I aren't? No. We're too busy running around seeing people in ice cream outfits. I've seen in Austin, and almost running off the road, they reported, in fear. We're too busy obsessing over supposed slights that are going on to miss all the real stuff that's happening, the real economic discrimination going on by offshore corporations. Now, in closing, in this whole piece, here's an ABC News article, a video. I have the article right here, where they're illustrating that in California, the bill is on the governor's desk, just like a forced inoculation bill is on his desk, where they actually codify, not affirmative action, not like a private university says, well, Native Americans have been really scammed. We want to try to encourage and give them scholarships or let them. I'm all for that. Let's try to, even a quota. Hey, let's try to have the university where people that haven't had a chance get. No, we're not talking about that. This is actually where, if you're white, you pay double, no more than double what a black person pays. Look, that is discrimination, period. And two wrongs don't make a right. And again, it isn't that you just pay double. They're making you pay double to pay for somebody else's tuition. And hey, if you looked at the statistics, women are 61% of college graduates now, and most of them aren't white. Don't worry, you drive around all day and see homeless white people everywhere. The average white person doesn't know their head from a hole in the ground. This idea that white people are like some master group screwing everybody is a fraud. Let me tell you, screwing people. It's the banks that are using their system to implode our society. But I'm done preaching. Let's just go ahead and go to this final clip.
It's really there to cause people to think more critically about what this kind of policy would do in university admissions.
Lewis says it's the club's way of taking a stand against pending legislation that would let UC consider a student's race or national origin during the admissions process. They've scheduled a bake sale where the price you pay for a cookie or brownie depends on your gender and the color of your skin. It's $2 for white people, $1.50 if you're Asian, $1 for Latinos, 75 cents for African Americans, and $0.25 for Native Americans. That's exactly the message the campus Democrats took away.
The way that they made the statement, the words that they used, the fact that they humorized and mocked the struggles of people of color on this campus is very disgusting to me.
Many other students were equally disgusted.
It's wrong to try to make a statement about something that's serious by using something.
I mean, I don't know what to tell this woman. What is it, like 80% of NFL players are black now? I mean, what, we're going to make it all white guys because you want to make it fair? I mean, it just, what do they not get about this? They don't care about 1 million dead brown Iraqis, though. No, it's all, and oh, they're making a joke out of a serious issue. No, they're illustrating that they now have a bill on the governor's desk that actually says whites pay more than anybody else for tuition. I mean, that's incredible. I'm all for laws where you can't discriminate against a group or a religion. But when it turns into white people are going to pay more for something, where the hell does this end? And then those guys try to make an illustration of it, and they're called the racist. I tell you, you liberals aren't liberal at all. You are nothing but a political group of criminals. And the Republicans are a bunch of warmongers as well. You all ought to be happy with each other. Republicans ought to love Obama, all the wars he's launched. I just can't believe this country's turned into this. I mean, the people that are on medical marijuana under state law and have a doctor's letter can't have a gun now. Outside of law, the ATF just says. And then meanwhile, you're talking about people's rights to get half off or more on their tuition. What about all of our rights? They don't have the TSA grab our genitals and molest our wives. See, while you're busy obsessing over your religion or your color, all of us are getting screwed. Don't you understand that? If we all don't have the same rights, none of us have those rights. Jesus, what the hell's your problem? All right, I'm sorry. People ask why I get more wound up on this nighttime show. One thing, I'm burnt out and tired, and I'm sick of it. All day I'm reading this stuff. You know, by the time I get on the radio every day, I've been up since 6 a.m., but I'm still kind of asleep. By the time I get on air, it's like, when does this end? When does it stop? When does the ignorance end? 2 wrongs don't make a right. It's really simple. It's like I've seen people before, they go, well, I got robbed by a criminal, so I decided to be a criminal. What, and rob somebody else? One thing if you went after the criminal, but don't just like, well, I got screwed, so I'll screw other people. You know, it's this mindset. Okay. You know what? Let's just go to break, and I'll come back with the geoengineering and the dye bulb machines and the California prosecutor and all the rest of it. My God. We'll be right back.